back to another episode of Ignite Success. I'm Steve Strum. Sitting here with me in our virtual studio is Santina Giannino from Stage It for Success. How are you doing this afternoon, young lady?
I am great, Steve. How are you?
You know what? I'm doing pretty good. It's interesting that we are at the halfway point of the year already. I don't know how that happened or how COVID was 5 years ago, but doing really well. Thank you so much for joining us today on the show. I know that we have a lot of things to talk about. You've got a business that love to hear about it called Stage It for Success, but you also have a podcast that you have started 5 years ago in order for other people to tell their story. Let's hear a little bit about who are you professionally? What is Stage It for Success, and how did you get started in that business?
Okay, so I was in the corporate world, actually in IT, and for about 25 years. And then 9 years ago, I decided that I wanted to start a business. So I took a severance package and I started Stage It for Success. So I stage houses for sale. I love it. I have my own warehouse and I hire movers and I work with all kinds of realtors. I stage houses, condominiums, everything under the sun. And so, I travel.
On staging. So some people that are watching this, they'd be like, well, I don't know if I need a stager because I have my own furniture. Why is staging a house so important for the ultimate goal, which is to get the best possible price for that transaction? What do you do that adds value for people that they can understand going, you know what, maybe I don't want to have my couch in the showing?
Right. So there are two types of staging. The staging that we do for vacant properties, where I bring in all the furniture, the accessories, and the art. And it's very much needed, especially for a vacant one, because if you look online, people shop online before they go to look at a house or at a property that they're interested in. And if you're looking at four walls, you can't really make out what you're looking at. But once you have furniture in there, it makes you feel like, oh, that's a place that I could live in. And it actually shows the potential of the property. And there has been studies made that, properties do sell quicker and for at least 10% more than the going price when it's staged. The other type of staging that we have is where you mentioned where somebody lives in the house. That's really critical too, because a lot of people have outdated furniture and art, and people don't want to envision themselves living in there. So what I do is that I go in and we, first of all, declutter, and then I bring in accessories and some furniture when needed. And you just update it and you just make it a little more modern, and lighter. And it really changed. People are like amazed. It changes the property really tremendously.
Which will then add value to the house sale, which is what the owner of the house would like to get. Of course, there's that negotiation point on, what the final price will be. But it sounds like what you do is allow people to really put that best foot forward. So when I walk into a house and I'm like, I'm noticing how beautiful the house is versus, I have a very large dog. And although, poor old Penny is a very clean dog, is still a dog. And, the dogs like to do dog things. And so instead of me focusing on the dog stuff going, oh, this couch over here is all scratched up, it allows me to focus on that house, which gives the bigger price. So you were in IT. What
Yes.
why did you get into essentially a variety of, staging is very much interior design. Why did you go from IT to an interior design? I mean, that's like a completely different brain skill.
Yes, I basically reinvented myself. So I was looking to have flexibility. My daughter was a teenager, and that was really important to me. And I just started networking and talking to people and looking for something that I could get involved in, because I really had no idea at that point. And talking about real estate, I was thinking about flipping houses, and then staging came up. And I thought, oh, that's something that I am really interested in, because I was always interested in fashion and decorating my own home. So that really appealed to me, like right away. Within 6 months, I got certified, got my real estate license. certified in home decorating, and I started the business. I got really excited and just jumped right in.
You said something I think that kind of leads us into the last little bit of our interview today. You reinvented yourself. And we mentioned at the beginning of this interview that you have a business, well established, busy, which is great. We love that one. Always want to plug the business because busy is great until busy's not busy. So it's always good to be busy. But then you have a podcast. And that podcast talks about your transformation and you reinventing yourself. As we kind of wrap up this segment, talk to us a little bit about what that podcast is, who you're having on there as for podcasts, and kind of like what's the message that you're trying to send out.
So about 4 years ago, my daughter was starting college and I wanted to do something really special. And I thought maybe we could do a podcast together and she could talk about her being a senior in high school during COVID. And she agreed she would do it with me. So I went on YouTube and learned what to buy and how to do it. We did the first podcast. But the theme of the podcast is really what you just said. Basically, I have guests that I have, the entrepreneurs, people that love to just start businesses and to just get involved in different things. And they reinvent themselves like I did, from IT to home staging to doing a podcast. It just keeps the life really interesting. And those are the people that I do interview. I do about 2 or 3 per month. And I'm finding that it's really educational even for me. Like every interview that I do, I get very excited about hearing the story. Everybody's story is different, but it has the same goal, to achieve something that you haven't done before and to success, really.
And, with the advent of not just social media, but the multi screens that we have, right? Not all of them are televisions that are on the wall. We've got iPads, we've got cell phones, we've got all computers, we've got all kinds of things. So these podcasts and virtual episodes that we do stream on many different platforms and really extend your reach. Such a cool story. Thank you so much for being on our show today. So what we're going to do is for the Stage It for Success, as well as your podcast. What's the name of your podcast?
La Storia podcast, which means the story. I'm from Sicily, so that's why La Storia. Podcast.
So we're going to put the podcast and we're going to put your company on our website, which is thedailynewsnetwork.com, so people can come check you out. And as we take it away, what's the one thought that you have to share with our audience on the business side of what is that one thing that somebody can do if they can't do anything else at the house to instantaneously make their house pop? If you could only pick one thing, what would it be?
The clutter. Get rid of a lot of things. Open it up.
There you go. Well, I'm not going to let you connect with my wife because then I'll be 2 against 1. I don't hoard, but I might clutter a little bit. Thank you so very much for joining us today. It was really great to have you on here. But, you're a fantastic person, but the people watching this are the reason that we do it. So, guys, if you like this episode, make sure to share it. It's somewhere in this area. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Ignite Success. And remember to always live with gratitude.